What's up my friends, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm giving you a taste of summer and a little bit of Spain by the same occasion. We're gonna explore the world of the fixed cocktails, which are kind of the ancestors of the sours, but even more refreshing. They offer a myriad of possibilities, and they're basically just a blank canvas to quench a thirst on a sunny summer day. Speaking of which, I mentioned a couple of times already that we are now living in Spain and we're loving it, but I never showed you how beautiful our new neighborhood is, so if you don't mind, I'm gonna take this outside for a second. Let's go. Look at that view, guys. Can you believe this is almost my backyard? I mean, it's legit 3 minutes walking from my place, and that's where I start all my mornings now with a beautiful jog on that boardwalk right there. And speaking of jogging, do you guys know I'm turning 40 this year? I know. And finding the proper balance between the fun stuff and the cocktails with healthy habits, not always been my strongest suit. So that beautiful panorama right there really helps me to keep the focus one good habit at a time, and I love it. So that's why I was really thrilled when CALDERA Lab approached me to sponsor today's episode. They create top quality men's skincare product, combining both pharmaceutical-grade science with nature's purest and most potent ingredients. It's impressive, really. You know, as we age, small lines, wrinkles, and all those aging signs can start to show up. And neglecting your skin can make that more visible over time, and using CALDERA Lab is just one simple step to take control on your skin. They offer plenty beautiful products, and one of these star ones is the Regimen Bundle. It's a twice-a-day routine designed to transform your skin. Inside, you'll find a clean slate, a refreshing balancing cleanser that uses gentle plant-based cleansing to leave your skin exceptionally refreshed. I've been using their product for 1 month before shooting this ad just to make sure I was really in love with them, and I am. And today, my friends, I have an exclusive offer for you. If you head over to their website using my promo code TOTR20 at checkout, you'll get a fantastic 20% off their product. And trust me, you want to try them out yourself. So thank you very much, CALDERA Lab, for sponsoring this episode. Now let's go back to the studio. Whew. That's beautiful, but that's also really hot. So now I need my fix. So as I told you, this is a category of cocktails really similar to the sours. It was not created by Jerry Thomas, but he sure made it popular because he's the first one who published a fixed recipe in 1862. What makes the difference between these two categories is very little. It's the choice of ice actually. Fixed cocktails are served over crushed ice, and believe it or not, just that makes a huge difference. Obviously, the drink gets colder, and with the ice melting over time, it makes it mellower and even more refreshing. So it's perfect for a hot summer day. The first fixed recipes to be published were brandy and gin fix. So today we're gonna make the classic Jerry Thomas brandy fix recipe, and then we're gonna make two elevated versions, one with brandy and one with gin. So we're gonna start with the classic. Obviously, to make this one, you're gonna need a good brandy, simple syrup, and lemon juice. So today I'm using a delicious Spanish brandy, but obviously you can also use a cognac, whatever brandy will work with these specs. So now let's make the cocktail. We're gonna start in a cocktail shaker with 2 ounces or 60 mils of brandy, 1 ounce or 30 mils of freshly squeezed lemon juice, and 3/4 of an ounce or 22.5 mils of simple syrup. Next, we're gonna add just a little scoop of crushed ice, and we're gonna shake this until the ice is diluted. We're gonna open pour this into a double rocks glass. Fill the glass all the way up with more crushed ice. Garnish with an orange wheel and a cherry. And there you have it, the classic Jerry Thomas Brandy Fix. Cheers. Oh wow. The flavor profile of the Spanish brandy is unique. It is heavily oaked and super fruity at the same time, and it has that very intriguing oxidized raisin flavor that I usually attribute to sherries. I don't know if it has something to do with the fact that they ferment the grapes the same way for Spanish brandy and sherries. I don't know, maybe, but it really makes the spirit stand out in this cocktail. It's a boozy, refreshing slush and I love it. Now, I talked about sherries. For me, Spanish brandies and sherry is a match made in heaven. So let's make the elevated version of the Brandy Fix using that and another special ingredient. Let's go. So to make an elevated version of the Brandy Fix, I'm gonna play with the flavor profile of the spirit. I told you I get some funkiness and oxidation in the Spanish brandy, so I'm gonna highlight these two things, adding two new ingredients. So we're gonna start again with the same brandy. To this we're gonna add Pedro Jimenez sherry, pineapple gum syrup, and for this one we're gonna go with lime juice. Pedro Jimenez is a sweet sherry with intense notes of resins, so it's gonna be part of our sugar component, and it's also gonna highlight some of the delicious flavors in the brandy. Then we're also gonna use pineapple gum syrup. If you wanna know how to make this, I've already covered that before on the channel. I'm gonna link it up here, but I chose this syrup because it's gonna add some funkiness and fruitiness once again to pair with the brandy. Then I chose the lime because it has a brighter and sharper acidity that just cuts through better than lemon with these three intense and rich ingredients. Now, let's make the cocktail. So we're gonna start with 1 3/4 ounces or 52.5 mils of brandy, half an ounce or 15 mils of Pedro Jimenez, 1 ounce or 30 mils of freshly squeezed lime juice, and 3/4 of an ounce or 22.5 mils of pineapple gum syrup. Then we're also gonna whip shake this with a little scoop of crushed ice, shake it until the ice is diluted, open pour everything in a double rocks glass, top it all the way up with crushed ice, garnish this with pineapple fronds. If you want to know how to make these and other cool garnishes, I just made a cool video about that, so I'm gonna link it in the upper corner. And lastly, for the final touch, 1 or 2 spray of orange aroma, also known as the sauce. And there you have it, my friends, the elevated version of the Brandy Fix. Cheers. This one is richer than its predecessor, but it's also a little bit tartar and drier, so it's perfect for a refreshing cocktail. It's packed with flavors, but it's not heavy. I love this and I hope you're gonna love it too. Now buckle up, my friends, we're gonna finish this video today with a spicy watermelon gin fix. As I told you before, the fix category offers a myriad of possibilities. It's just a blank canvas you can easily play with. After Jerry Thomas, it became really common to use fruit syrup instead of regular sugar in fixes. Actually, pineapple syrup became really standard in brandy fixes after his time, so I didn't make that up. So really, you can use any fruit syrup with the same template and the spirit of your choice, and you're gonna make yourself a delicious cocktail. But if you don't have said fruit syrup, you can just use the fresh fruit and muddle it. And that's what we're gonna do today with the spicy watermelon gin fix. To make this one, we're gonna start with a citrus forward gin, simple syrup, lime juice, watermelon, and a spicy tincture. I love to use spicy tinctures in my cocktails instead of fresh peppers. That way I have the perfect control on the spiciness. It's shelf stable and it's really easy to make. If you want to know how to make it, I'm gonna link the video up here. Now, the cocktail. First, we're gonna add 85 grams of watermelon in our shaker. Then we're gonna muddle until it becomes a juice. Next, we're gonna add 2 ounces or 60 mils of our citrus forward gin, 1 ounce or 30 mils of freshly squeezed lime juice, 3/4 of an ounce or 22.5 mils of simple syrup, and spicy tincture to taste. I usually go a couple of drops at the time when I create my cocktails because by dashes, only one can already be too much. So I go a couple of drops, I taste. If it's not enough, I add a few more. It's always easier to add more drops than to remove some. So here for my cocktail, I used 30 drops, but be careful, your tincture might not be as spicy or it's maybe spicier than mine. So trust your palate, go a couple of drops at a time until you're happy with the spiciness. Then we're gonna do a little bit different than what we did with the 2 previous cocktails. We're not gonna whip shake it with crushed ice because that would be too much dilution. Watermelon is already water, so we don't wanna add
more of that. So we're gonna shake it briefly with one large ice cube. As soon as you feel the shaker becomes a little bit cold, that's enough. Then we're gonna fill our double rocks glass halfway up with crushed ice. Fine strain the cocktail. Add more crushed ice and garnish with a little piece of watermelon. And there you have it, my friends, the spicy watermelon gin fix. Cheers. Oh my God. This is the quintessential summer cocktail. It's light, fruity, refreshing, a hint of spiciness, complex with the botanicals of the gin. It's beautiful. Look at that. You can even use it to cool yourself down. It's a boozy ice bag filled up with happiness. I love it, and I hope you're gonna love it too. My friends, this is it for me today. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Turn that bell if you wanna make sure not to miss the next video. Until then, thank you very much again. Have a great day, and see you very soon. Cheers. I think I'm gonna make a picture of that, and I'm gonna go back to the beach. Sounds like a good plan. Oh yeah.